1123 by BJ the Chicago Kid. BJ has been working on his new album for some time now. This album was titled after his birthday. His last album was released in February of 2016 and an EP in May of 2018. Is BJ as sharp and soulful as he's been since his debut? Here's our honest review of 1123 by BJ the Chicago Kid.
BJ the Chicago Kid.
BJ.
Found out about this guy from you.
Yep.
How you feel about this album artwork?
I thought it was cool, man. Looked like an old Polaroid photo. But, kind of got that, like, sepia vibe to it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it felt like an old school style flex. The old school joint with the big rims on it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The pants is kind of tight.
Yeah.
But, aside from that, it's like an old school style flex.
Yep.
The flow of this project, man, it's soulful at times. It sounds like what's going on right now at times. I feel like BJ was trying to expand his sound a little bit with this project.
Yeah, I most definitely feel that. It's got a little more, I guess, more hip-hop vibe than his last project, but I still think the soul is intact.
Highlights, man. Look, man. Getaway featuring Buddy J.I.D. and Kid James. I thought that was actually a really cool song. It doesn't feel like BJ's song, but it's a cool song nonetheless. Can't Wait. I thought that song was actually really dope. Back It Up featuring Eric Bellinger. I thought that was another really good joint. Too Good.
Yeah.
I think that was written by Rico Love.
Oh, what?
Or if it wasn't, it has the Rico Love sound to it. Rico Love was on something on here.
Oh, okay.
But I thought that was actually really cool. Rather Be With You is my favorite song on this project. I know it was on the EP, but it's still my favorite song on there. And Worry About Me, I actually like that joint, man. Him and Offset went off on that.
Yeah, man. Getaway is, man, crazy. Like, I just really like the whole vibe of it. Everybody was cool on that. Time Today and Can't Wait, I really enjoyed it. Too Good and Close. I just thought like those two right there were like just that BJ that you expect to get. Rather Be With You is still a standout. It's still a great song. And Worry About Me actually surprised me. I was just like, oh, okay. This is not what I was expecting, but it's still dope.
Lowlights, man. Look, feel the vibe, man. Look, this is your album. Anderson .Paak should not be starting this album out. For his verse was dope. His verse was definitely dope, but he should not be starting out the album. I was not feeling that. If it didn't feel like a BJ album just because of that. Champagne, I was just like, this don't deserve to be here. Like it's improperly placed, and it messes up the vibe being right here to me.
Okay.
Get Away, it didn't feel like BJ's song.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like this came from the Dreamville sessions, and they let BJ snatch it up. But it's a good song. It just, for BJ's album though, it just doesn't feel like his song. It just feels like he's on the song.
Okay.
Time Today, I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is about that song. I'm just not feeling it. Players Ball featuring Rick Ross is standard copy and paste Rick Ross verse with in slightly okay beat.
Okay.
And Reach featuring Afro Funk, I was not feeling that. Afrojack, I wasn't feeling it at all. Like, I'm talking about like zero.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I had an issue with in this project is, like you said, Feel the Vibe. Granted, was a good song, but it didn't feel right when Anderson started the album for you. That was just kind of offsetting. Back It Up, while I thought it was dope, I really didn't think it was BJ's song. It sounded like
definitely Eric Bellinger's
song. And Worrying About Me, while I liked the song, I didn't like how it was placed as track 12. I thought it should have came a little bit earlier in the album because I kind of feel like
they could have used it.
Because I kind of feel like it went from Too Good, Close, Rather Be With You, all soulful, to Worrying About Me. So it's just an outlet place, I would have had it like, maybe track 2 or 3 or something before Getaway or after, something like that. But yeah, that was mostly the only thing. Like, some of the tracks on here didn't feel like BJ. Kind of felt like, somebody else featuring BJ. And the only thing I had an issue with Getaway was the voice effect he used on his voice in the first verse. Because at first I thought it was
song
J.I.D.
where it sounded like he was using auto-tune.
Was it?
or it was some type of fluttery thing. I wasn't paying that close of attention to tell you what plugin it is exactly.
Okay.
But it felt like it was some type of voice manipulation software, and I was just like,
Well,
I know BJ ain't using no damn auto tune.
Well, I was not feeling that on Get Away because at first I thought it was Jid. I thought it was him, but I was just like, no, that's BJ. So other than that, it's still a great song though. I still felt the vibe and everything, but just a couple of those.
Final thoughts, man. Final thoughts, right? Yeah, final thoughts, man. BJ the Chicago Kid. I ain't gonna front, man. I was bored listening to this project. I almost died on the ride to work.
Boy, chill.
If I almost die on the ride to work, that lets me know, like, I'm a little bit bored with what I'm listening to, and it didn't keep me up, man. It didn't keep me up. I'm sorry. BJ got some joints up here for sure, but I think the organization of the songs is way out of whack. I don't know how they came up with this order, but it feels 100% incorrect. I don't know what it is. Like you said, it's too many soulful songs back to back, and then you got the hype song. And like it needs to be spread out, and it needs to be different. And Feel the Vibe shouldn't have started out the album, because I felt like I was listening to an Anderson .Paak album. I don't want to hear somebody else's voice first. Like, artists need to understand that. Like, it makes sense when you do it a specific way. Like, I feel like Kanye's did it a few times where people start off his albums. Jay's done it before. But it works when there's kind of a theme behind it. There wasn't no theme behind Feel the Vibe. It's just a song.
Well, I feel like he was going for the whole kind of radio kind of vibe, because, with the little interludes and everything. So I kind of get why the track list was shuffled up. But at the same time, it still came off as kind of like, like a structured, I won't say mess. It was just not really structured well. So I get the whole 1123 radio vibe and everything like that. And you probably got the different tracks coming on as you listen to radio. I get it. But coming off, even with that idea, it still doesn't work. But I still enjoy the project a lot. I wasn't dead on the road about to die or nothing. I still enjoyed it. I just kind of felt like, they could have changed the track list a little bit here and there. And even though, songs like the ones that he wasn't featured on was good, it just didn't feel like his. So, coming off that idea, I still feel like it's a good album, but I'm going to pick and choose what I want to hear rather than listen to the album through and through, regular rotation.
Final grade, man. Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna give BJ a dash. Just the boredom, the organization of the tracks is out of whack. I don't know how I couldn't get into Time Today. I don't know what it was. It was like I was listening to it and I'm like, normally I would like this, but for some reason I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is. He's singing his ass off, and I just wasn't feeling it. And I feel like there was quite a few miscues on this project. I still feel like BJ is a beast. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it was better than the last album that he put out. It was In My Mind. Yep. That joint was fire. Yeah. That whole album was fire from front to back. But I feel like he has some work. I feel like maybe this is just one of the only bad album he might put out. I mean, it's not bad. It's some good songs on here. It's a dash, man. It's a dash to me.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad album. Look, I'm gonna give it a check, even though I don't feel like it's better than the first album. I still think it has good BJ songs on here.
Get away. I just
wanted more of the going once, going twice. When we got that EP, I was just like, oh, this is about to be a hard sounding album.
And only one of the songs made it on the album.
Yeah, I'd Rather Be With You. So
you telling me the other two couldn't replace two songs on here?
It could have. So that's kind of the only disappointment, is because I thought we were going to go a whole different route, because going once, going twice, that's on a heavy rotation. I still play that. So, even though I kind of felt let down that this album went a different route, I still enjoyed it. I just didn't like the structure. So I still think it's a good BJ album. It's just nothing good when you think about the structure of it.